Hey guys, welcome to Horror and Me. I'm your host Aaron Mitchell, and on today's video I thought we would do another top 10 video. Today I'm thinking we'll do a top 10 of my favorite pickups in my collection for the cheapest prices that I've paid. It was hard to go through my collection and kind of find a lot, like 10 pieces to put in this, because you guys know me, I try to find stuff as cheap as I can. I do tend to spend a lot on my collection, so the cheapest that I can get something, the better. So it was kind of difficult to narrow down just 10 things, but the 10 things that I did choose were things that I absolutely love, and I was super happy to pick it up for such a cheap price. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get down to number 10. All right, so my number 10 pick for cheapest possible pickup was this. I got a lot about 6 months ago on eBay for a lot of Dracula figures. Let me just pick them up here. And it was $20. I couldn't believe it, 20 bucks. And what we picked up was, one of the figures was this Bela Lugosi Dracula figure. This was done in 1997 by Exclusive Premiere. You don't really see stuff from this company. It's kind of one of those things where they're either sold dirt cheap or they're sold for super expensive. People don't realize, though, that these are very collectible and there is a market, a higher market for these. So I picked up this figure. Let's see. Then there was variations, let me see here, of figures from Figures Toy Co., the Dracula 7-inch. And what was interesting about these is, again, Figures Toy Co. is not a huge company. They didn't do a lot of releases. So to get this lot for $20, which I'm going to show you the other two as well, was pretty incredible. So what you would do is you would get this figure and then you would mail it away. You'll see there's like a mail-in thing on the back. And when you mail away, you could also purchase the variant, the glow-in-the-dark variant. So this was also part of the lot. Same thing, you would mail away this and have an opportunity to buy the third variant. The third variant is the Dracula Translucent Blue. Hope that's coming up good for you guys. But just such an awesome little line of these Dracula figures, and then to have the Bela Lugosi Exclusive Premiere on top of that for 20 bucks. Couldn't beat that. It was one of my best scores with Dracula items. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get down to number 9. All right, so my number 9 pick for cheapest pickup would be the family from the Munsters plush dolls. A few months ago, I was doing a toy hunt in this like antique store, and they wanted a lot for these. So I kind of told myself, I think I can find these cheaper, and I ended up doing that. What I picked up was the whole family. Universal Monsters releases the Munsters. So we have Herman, and these are big. I would say about 12, 14 inches. So we have Herman there. Then we have Lily as well, and they're all tagged, except for Eddie. Eddie doesn't have his tag, so we got that. Then we have Grandpa. This one is my favorite. I love me some Grandpa. Got that. And also Eddie to complete it. So yeah, for this pickup for 30 bucks, I thought that was a steal. I haven't seen even one of these at times for less than 40 bucks. So this was a good pickup for my number 9 pick. Let's get down to number 8. So my number 8 pick is something that I picked up, I would say about 4 months ago. I was just scrolling around online. I was kind of at the point where I was going to start collecting statues again, try to beef up my statues in my collection. And when I came across this one, I couldn't believe it. It started out at a really low bidding price, and I ended up fighting with another guy for it, but I couldn't believe how cheap I got it. I got it for 30 bucks, and this is a Polystone Wolfman statue from More Creations. You guys have seen this before. Is that going to focus? There we go. But this thing is awesome. I love it. I love how it has a Lon Chaney classic look to it. Nice pose. Nice rock base. Has a Wolfman up down on the side. It's just a really, really good piece. For 30 bucks, this is a score. These things sell for around 200. 175, 200. So very, very nice. So that was my NumberEight pick. All right, now on to my NumberSeven pick of the cheapest pickups. Would be my McFarlane Deluxe Dracula, the movie deluxe set. So this I picked up for $40, mint in box. I couldn't believe it. A lot of times when you see these, the plastic in the front is all janked up or the corners of the box is messed up. But this is it here. Beautiful, beautiful example of it. Nice, clear packaging. And it's just a beautiful piece. One of my favorite movies. So I was happy to find this. You guys can see even on the box, it's in great condition. One of the better examples I've seen. And then to find it for what did I pay? $40? Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I love this piece to death. It has a prominent spot in the horror room. Okay, so let's look at my NumberSix pick. Okay, so let's now look at my NumberSix pick. My NumberSix pick is my Food Fighters figures. This is something that I wasn't gonna really get into, but when I saw this and how cheap they were to kind of get started, I was really surprised. Those figures can go for crazy money. I paid for a lot of 3 of them, 20 bucks. Couldn't pass it up. It was great to kind of start the collection with them. So I will show you the first one. I think this first one is Terror Taco, something like that. But he has his accessory. They're in great condition. The paint's still really nice on these. So we have this one. This guy is missing his hat, but he's the hot dog guy. I forget his name. He also has his accessory, just missing the hat. And then we have, I think it's Sergeant Donut or something like that. He's one of the cooler ones. I do want the hamburger guy too, but he has his gun. So yeah, for 20 bucks to pick up these Food Fighters, that is definitely a great number pick 6. Okay, let's take a look now at my NumberFive pick. My NumberFive pick is something that's kind of rare. I have seen them around before, but you don't see them very often. And this is something that was released, I believe it was, let me see, 2012, with the release of the Colonial Marines video game. This was an exclusive to come with the video game, but it's this nice diorama statuette of the power loader and an alien, a xenomorph. Just really, really cool piece. You guys know I'm super into aliens, so anything I can find at a reasonable price for aliens, I am definitely going to pick it up. But I love this thing that says Colonial Marines. If you guys can see that on the front. Just a really, really nice piece. It's about 7-8 inches. Just has a really nice presence to it on the bookshelf. So yes, this was my NumberFive pick. Okay, up next is my NumberFour pick. This one's a really cool one. I started getting into Kenners, I'd say last year, more seriously. And when I found this lot online, I was super surprised at the price. I won the bid, and I couldn't believe how much I paid for it. I paid $40 for this lot, but it is Kenner, the Kenner Swamp Thing lot. These came out in 1990. So up first we have Bayou Jack, mint on card. Very nice. Then we have Tomahawk, mint on card. These are definitely some of my favorite Kenners in my collection. Then up next we have the Bio Glow Swamp Thing. This figure alone, 30 bucks. To get the whole lot for 40 bucks, I just couldn't believe it. It was like a dream come true. I'm telling you guys, if you guys want Kenner stuff, buy it now. Buy the 90s Kenner stuff because it's gonna increase. The next 10 years, they're gonna go wild. I'm telling you right now. The next one is Camouflage Swamp Thing. I like this one a lot. He looks like a tree. So we got that. Up next, this is one of my favorite ones, the Capture Swamp Thing. I just really like the look of it. I like how it's like a kind of dark teal. But I like this one a lot. Nice card as well. They're all in fantastic shape. This one's really cool too. This is the climbing Swamp Thing. He kind of still also looks like a tree, but he's kind of hollowed out a little bit. You guys can see that. So yeah, just one of my awesome pickups for figures in a lot within the last year. So that was awesome. Awesome lot for 40 bucks. So that was my number 4 pick. Up next, let's take a look at my number 3 pick. Okay, so my number 3 pick is an awesome part of my collection. I love it so much. Again, I told you guys earlier that I love Dracula. It's just one of my favorite movies. So when I was scanning online, I would say 8-9 months ago, I came across these figures. They're super rare. They were released with the movie. They were an exclusive from Suncoast Video, if you guys know what Suncoast Video is. But I got the line that was released when the movie came out of the Dracula figures. So up first, I think we have, is it Nina? I believe it's Nina. She's all Victorianed out. Very, very nice vinyls. Again, these are super rare. If you find one of them, it's usually around $40, $50, sometimes more depending on the character. And I paid $40 for this lot. So we have her. Then we have the Armored Dracula, which is one of my favorite. You guys can see there, just an iconic depiction of the movie from the beginning of the film when he lost his love. I love this figure so much. It's amazing. So we got that. That was part of it. Then we had the Wolf Dracula. And this one still has the original tag on it. This was done by, who did this? In Character did this. Yeah, Suncoast Bram Stoker's Dracula 1992 Columbia Pictures release. So we have the Wolf Dracula. He's cool. He just has a kind of wonky stance to him. And I don't like, I mean, this was an early kind of almost prototype of these figures that would come out that McFarlane mastered with their deluxe set that we already looked at. So we have that. And then my other favorite in the line is the Victorian Dracula. This was when he was totally badass walking through the town trying to pick up Winona Ryder. And he had the like blue glasses. But this is awesome. I love these pieces so much. So this was my number 3 pick and a killer deal on those. So up next is my number 2 pick. My number 2 pick is something that I actually got for free. My friend Mike, I bought a few things from him last year, maybe the year before, and he threw these in, and I couldn't believe he threw them in. And I'm just so humbled to be able to own them because they're super expensive. But up first we have the Deadite Captain. This was a Palisades mystery box that came out when the movie was released. I believe they were only sold at Spencer's. It was either Spencer's or Hot Topic. They came in these little boxes. I do have the boxes. They're just down in my basement. But these things are super rare. This is the Deadite Captain. I hope that's close enough for you guys, which we all know was Bill Moseley. But this is awesome. He also has his stand. These things go for around $200 a piece, depending on which one. I know the Ash, S-Mart Ash goes for crazy money. This next one that I got also is another one of the ones that goes for crazy money. I do have the stand and the accessories as well. But we have the Winged Demon Deadite, which is one of the more obscure characters in the film. He was only in it for a second in Army of Darkness when he carried, I forget her name, Sheila away. But yeah, I love this piece. The thing about these is they don't stand very well, even on their little stands that come with them. They're really, like, the slightest touch, they fall over. So you kind of just got to place them in a good spot on a shelf. But yes, this is one of my favorite pieces, this one and the Deadite Captain, for my number 2 pick. Alright, so we made it all the way down to number 1, and my number 1 favorite pickups that I got at an incredible price. A lot of people, when I posted up this toy hunting video, wanted to know what I spent on them because I said in the video that I got a good deal. I said I wasn't going to say what I paid for them, but I think it's time. I've had them long enough. So I went to a comic book store that I had never been to, that was probably about 20 miles from where I live. Just happened to walk in and saw one of my all-time favorite rare figures that I've always been looking for, and then on top of that, they had the other rare one in the line as well. So what I picked up for $40 for the lot was the original Masters of the Universe Sorceress figure, and it is in beautiful condition. Absolutely beautiful. There's nothing wrong with this. Obviously, this has been repacked, but the loose figures for the Sorceress go for wild money. I couldn't believe I got this lot for $40. So we got the Sorceress, and then the one that always makes me freak out. I love it so much. I've wanted it in my collection for years, and to get this one and the Sorceress for that price was phenomenal. It was probably my best pickup I've ever had, I would say, with figures. So what we have is the Scareglow. One of my favorite all-time figures. I was hunting for this, again, like I said, for years. They go for crazy money online. This one's in great condition. The paint is nice and vibrant. There's nothing really wrong with this one. And at night, when the lights are off, this thing really glows. It's awesome. Such a cool figure, an awesome piece to my collection. Again, I'm huge into horror, but I also love Masters of the Universe. I have a bunch of Masters of the Universe original figures and some of the collector's cases. Just something I'll always be passionate about. So yes, this was my #1 pick, the Sorceress and the Scareglow figure for $40. So yeah, I just want to say thanks guys for tuning in to this top 10 video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have, please hit like, comment, tell me what you guys think about this stuff and the prices I paid. And also subscribe to the channel. We'd like to see you in the next video. So till next time guys, take care. I'll see you next time. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. If you'd like to keep in contact with me and see more of my content, please follow my other social media sites, my Instagram, my Twitter, and my Facebook, where I post a lot of other things that you won't see here on YouTube. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys in the next video.